Children, do you know what is the main occupation of the people living in India?
It's agriculture, ma'am.
Very good, dear. Now let me tell you about agriculture. Agriculture is the science or practice of cultivation and rearing of animals. Do you know that India is among the top 3 global producers of wheat, rice, pulses, cotton, peanuts, fruits, etc.
What kind of crops are grown in India?
Crops grown in winters are called rabi crops, and the crops grown in the rainy season are called kharif crops. Crops can also be divided into food crops and cash crops. Did you know, children, the main food crops are also called staple crops? See here, the map showing the different types of crops grown in India. Rice. Rice is the most important food crop of India and is grown as a kharif crop. It requires hot and humid climate and plenty of water. Rice is grown by the transplantation method all over India. The leading rice-producing states are West Bengal, Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Odisha, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, and Kerala. Wheat. Wheat is a rabi crop that is grown in the winter season. It is the staple food in the north and northwestern India. It requires a wet and cool climate. Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, and Gujarat are the major wheat producing states, Punjab being the largest producer. Millets. Millets include coarse grains like bajra, jowar, and ragi. They are grown in areas of less rainfall like Rajasthan, Gujarat, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, and Tamil Nadu. Maharashtra is the largest producer of jowar. Pulses. Pulses are edible seeds of various leguminous plants. Important pulses are moong, masoor, arhar, and urad. They are grown almost all over India. Children, there are some crops which are grown for sale in the market rather than using it for livestock or consuming it personally.
What are these crops called as?
They are called cash crops. Let us know about some cash crops. Sugarcane. India is the second largest producer of sugarcane in the world. It is used for making sugar and jaggery. Sugarcane requires fertile soil, high temperature, and moist climate. It is grown all over India, but the leading states are Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, and Andhra Pradesh. In cold countries where sugarcane cannot be grown, sugar is made out of sugar beet. Oil seeds. Oil is extracted from the oil seeds and it is also used as a cooking medium. The main oil seeds are groundnut, soya bean, mustard, sunflower, sesame, coconut, etc. Spices. Kerala is well known for its spices, cloves, cardamom, nutmeg, and pepper grown in abundance here. Let us summarize. Agriculture includes the practice of cultivation and rearing of animals. There are two main agricultural seasons, Rabi and Kharif. Crops grown in winters are called Rabi crops. Wheat is a Rabi crop. Crops grown in summers are called Kharif crops. Rice is a Kharif crop. Rice and wheat are the main staple foods of the people of India. Crops can also be categorized as cash crops, food crops, fiber crops, etc. Crops that are grown because of their content or yield of fibrous materials used for mainly commercial purpose. Example, jute, hemp, flax, cotton, etc. are called fiber crops. Jute. It is a fiber crop. It requires abundant water, fertile land and high temperature. West Bengal, Bihar, Assam and Odisha are important jute growing states. West Bengal is the largest producer of jute. In cold countries, the flax plant is used to obtain textile fiber. Cotton. Cotton is used to make cloth. It grows well in black soil and requires a warm and sunny weather. Gujarat, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, western parts, and Punjab are major cotton producing states. Plantation crops are those crops where one crop is grown on an extensive scale. High productivity has to be maintained to lessen losses, pollution, and to replenish soil fertility. Crops like tea, sugarcane, coffee, rubber, etc. are a few examples of plantation crops. Tea. It requires a warm and wet climate and grows well on the slopes of the hills in Assam, West Bengal, Darjeeling, and Tamil Nadu. India is the largest producer of tea in the world. Coffee. Coffee is grown in the Nilgiri Hills. Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, and Kerala are the coffee-producing states of India. Rubber. Kerala is the largest producer of rubber in India. Latex is the milk of a rubber plant which is extracted by making a cut in its trunk. The Green Revolution has been largely responsible for the increase in food production. It is a scheme introduced by the government in 1960s to increase the total agricultural production. It greatly benefited many states, especially Punjab, Haryana, and Uttar Pradesh. The use of high-yielding variety of seeds, use of fertilizers, better system of irrigation, etc. are emphasized in the Green Revolution.